Since the dawn of Greek mythology, the story of Medusa and her terrifying gaze have captivated the minds of countless individuals. The mere mention of her name strikes fear into the hearts of many, and her fate after being slain by the hero Perseus has been the subject of much speculation. In particular, there has been much debate about whether Medusa currently resides in the depths of Tartarus, the darkest and most dreaded realm of the Greek underworld. According to the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, Medusa's sisters, Stheno and Euryale, attempt to seek vengeance upon Percy Jackson, the demigod who was responsible for Medusa's demise. The mention of Medusa still being in Tartarus raises the question, is Medusa truly residing in the depths of this infernal realm? In Greek mythology, Tartarus is a deep, gloomy place, a pit, or an abyss used as a dungeon of torment and suffering that resides beneath the underworld. It is a place where the wicked and the monstrous are imprisoned for eternity, and where the Titans were also once held captive. If Medusa truly resides in Tartarus, it would signify that her deeds and her monstrous nature have led her to be condemned to an eternity of torment and suffering. The myth of Medusa tells the story of a once beautiful maiden who was transformed into a gorgon by the goddess Athena. Medusa's hair turned into snakes, and her gaze could turn any mortal into stone. She was eventually slain by Perseus, who used a reflective shield to avoid her gaze and beheaded her while she slept. It was said that her head still retained its petrifying power even after her death. The mention of Medusa being in Tartarus raises questions about the nature of her punishment. Was she consigned to this infernal realm due to her monstrous nature and her actions, or was there another reason for her presence in Tartarus? The mention of her sister seeking vengeance also adds a layer of intrigue to the story, as it suggests that there may be unresolved conflicts and consequences stemming from Medusa's demise. The concept of Medusa being in Tartarus also raises questions about her legacy and the impact of her actions. In Greek mythology, she was often depicted as a fearsome and malevolent creature, capable of turning anyone who gazed upon her into stone. Her fate in Tartarus would serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the consequences of embracing one's monstrous nature and inflicting harm upon others. The mention of Medusa's presence in Tartarus also raises questions about the afterlife in Greek mythology and the nature of punishment for the wicked and the monstrous. If Medusa truly resides in Tartarus, it would signify that her actions had dire consequences, and that she is now condemned to an eternity of torment and suffering. It would also serve as a testament to the power of the gods and the severity of their punishments. The mention of Medusa being in Tartarus also raises questions about the nature of her existence in the afterlife. Is she aware of her surroundings? Does she experience suffering and torment, or is she merely a passive observer in this infernal realm? The concept of her presence in Tartarus adds a layer of complexity to her character and raises questions about the nature of punishment in the Greek underworld.